What is the dream of every professional chess player or chess players aspiring to become professionals, or I would say in general, players trying to get better? I think it is competing against the best in the world. For me personally, I know that is the case. Nothing gives me greater pleasure than playing against the very best in the world. And nowadays, I do not get the chance to do that every day, but I did have a glimpse 2 days ago on Tuesday, October 8th, 2024. And that is what I want to introduce you with here. I'll show you 11 games, and I want to approach it in a little bit of a unique way, or at least unique for me. I will show the performance moment because I was recording the entire tournament, but after each game, I will stop to explain what were some of the critical moments in the game. Just like in everything else, in order to get better, you want to play against better players, good players, and ultimately get to the point where you are competing against the very best in your field. That being said, I will jump into it in a minute here for my people waiting for me to upload next video. I want to say cheers. Good to be back in front of the camera. I was on a camping trip to Arkansas for a few days, and then I also got on a few new students that I had blast working with. So life does get busy, but I very much appreciate you keeping me into your consideration. All right, that being said, without further ado, let's get to games. Some of you might be familiar with an online chess tournament that is held every Tuesday for title chess players. Correct, that is called Title Tuesdays, that attract best of very best. Magnus Carlsen, Hikaru Nakamura, Fabiano Caruana, Alireza Firoza, and list goes on and on. Little bit of a sneak peek, I may have played against one of them in this tournament. All right, let's get to it. All right, let's get this party started. You gave me a pawn? Okay, I'll take it. Yeah, why did I not defend with the pawn? What do we do? How do we even play for the win here? Okay, I guess I just go back. I would normally play rook c8, but that's way too drawish. I want to keep some pieces on the board. What? I don't think he acknowledged my threat. I thought I was just. I think he thought I was just attacking the rook. Yeah, it's gonna be game over. He's probably gonna check now and we just move the king. All right. So let's see what was the critical moment in the game. I think first it was right here where I could have defended the pawn on e4 simply with f5 and keep an extra pawn. With bishop f5 I allowed queen e2 and then position gets very drogish here. White is gonna get the e4 pawn. It was equal up to the point where he allowed rook d1 here. So when I play queen h5, I think white can play rook e4 to try go rook h4 if I was to go rook d1. In fact, now it is white actually who would be using that h file for the attack, and I'm in trouble because I don't have a check. Rook e4 would be a good move. Also, another safe move for white would probably be something like queen f3, trying to trade queens, and position is still very much equalish. As you saw, he played rook e3, and after rook d1, game is pretty much over because queen h1 is coming. Okay. I had to peel me some kiwi. Didn't he just give us a pawn here? Then e6? I don't know why we did that, but I think I don't think this is not good for us. I wanted to go for this position. Thought it was a substantial advantage for us. Nice. Kiwi did its job. You know, the vitamins. I love kiwi, not gonna lie. If there is a tier list for fruits, kiwi is up there. I thought this was more or less clean. Let's see if that sacrifice was correct or totally not needed. No, e6 was good for me. I figured, yeah. Rook f to d1 is 0.3, e6 is 0.8. So I was correct judging that this is good for me, this exchange sacrifice. This is not a positional sacrifice really, because I have so many pawns. Oh, I had rook f8. I forgot rook f8. I was so proud. Oh, I found this. Like rook f4, rook h4 idea, transfer idea. Bro, it's mating too. Okay, Pranav. Pranav V. Magnus's buddy. Alright, what do we do here? Let's take. What did I do? That was such a big choke, man. Very disappointing loss against a strong grandmaster, rated around 26-20, I believe, and he's very young, so that is only the beginning. I would say I got a very nice position after b3 and taking on c4. Here white has two central pawns connected, which after taking the pawn here on b7 went on to extra two central pawns basically, and computer says that instead of taking on c4, if just take with the rook, the knight is secure on c3. I'm gonna bring the other rook to d1 with the idea of e4 e5 should be a very comfortable advantage for white. I think my mistake in this game was really mismanaging my time on these moves. As you can see, I spent unnecessarily too much time here, and position which was somewhat complex and easy to play for black. I kept 20 seconds on my clock, like close to 20 seconds, as you can see here, which resulted into me panicking after a4 here, and surprisingly rook a4, rook b8, and once I do rook b4 was the critical mistake, knight d5, and suddenly all black pieces here start to flow nicely, attacking f4, attacking my rook, attacking the knight on b4, and then it was all downhill from there. Pre-moving on b5, taking on b5, that was a little weird to me. But okay. We could do f5, but bringing rook into the attack I think makes way more sense, right? The piece that is not doing much. Yeah, I think that's gotta be game over. Okay. Obviously, I had a lot of help in this game from my opponent, but I still thought that it was a nice attacking game, especially after King G2 here going A6 B5 to bring the bishop on the long diagonal was a nice idea, and then followed by D5 to open up the position entirely. And the star move of the game, I would say, was probably bringing the rook from the fourth rank into the game here. Okay, let's see. Let's see. He wants to go to D4, okay. Horrible. Horrible. What is this, bro? What did I do? What on earth did I do? Huh? What? What was that? What was that? Okay, obviously not one of my greatest games. Let's see what happened. I played opening horribly. I believe here there's gotta be a better way to play this. Computer suggests e5, not allowing d4 early on would be the best way to go probably. I allowed d4 after which white has a very nice center, and once d5 happened later on, my knight got stuck. I was supposed to go back either on b8 or computer suggesting knight d5 with the idea that if white plays f4, black has this nice trick knight takes d5 with the idea of knight e3. If you take on d5, then knight f3 discover check, and I'm gonna win and exchange back here. However, let's say knight d2. You should probably take on f3 with the rook, in fact. And after bishop b2, let's say knight c3, and I'll probably take on a1, queen takes a1, and white has two minor pieces for rook and a pawn, which should still be better for white by any means, but game still goes on, so this would still be somewhat unclear. Obviously knight b4 was terrible here because now my knight gets stuck after this. I am gonna say though that what I did here, queen b6, and finding this idea of knight e3, I thought was a good practical chance, because after fe, queen takes e3, then bishop takes f6, and I get a bishop pair, and most importantly, the dark squared bishop is going to be a very powerful piece. Obviously, white still had the chances here to eliminate that bishop many times, but practically it was somewhat challenging, so it turned out in my favor. I think he choked the big advantage. Okay, Shimanov, he's strong. That felt good. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. That felt pretty good. That felt really good. That's a nice mate, huh? If he takes here, then we go queen f6 and then we go knight h6. But yeah, takes here. King takes. Rook f6 was nice. Yeah, I like this one. This one felt good. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. That felt like... Here, if he goes back, man, I mean, I saw in the worst case this should be good too, and then something like this. But I think I have even better. Here I go knight f5 check. If you take there, then bishop e5, and then we are really leaving the king there naked. So that should be a win. Yeah, then it's just here, it's just over. G6. Same thing, I think, if he goes here. I mean, the best thing is right now I'm up material. I haven't even sacrificed anything. So pretty good. Alright, we got 5 out of 6, boys. Let's go. Let's play. Who do we want to play now? Let's play Fabi. Do we have the same rate, the same amount of points? No, Fabi has 4.5. Okay, I'm not gonna think about it. That is it. Jeffrey Xiong. The Dallas Derby. Let's go. Man, I'm such a big fan of Jeffrey. Winning this game means so much. Jeffrey Xiong is the legend of Dallas chess. I would say the American chess, not only Dallas chess, but especially for Texas, and to be able to beat him, this is very exciting. Wow, he's an absolute beast. What happened here? Yeah, no, I think we were in control for most part. I actually thought originally when I did the shook my head, I thought I blundered queen takes b3 here. But then I realized, wait a minute, actually, my c pawn now is going to be very strong. If I play c6, I thought he has knight d5 here. Okay, apparently I have check and then I can go queen e5. Yeah, that should be winning. Maybe knight here. So that's why bishop takes f6. Eliminate that knight first. And if they take here, take back, then we rush this pawn. So now this pawn cannot be stopped. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's see. Oh my god! Fabi it is. How do we surprise moment, Fabi? Okay, let's go d5. Okay, I'll just play what I know how to do. Okay, he goes the main line Catalan. We go b5 here. Okay, just kidding. Okay. I'm spending too much time. I gotta fasten up. bad, bro. Ah. Got humbled. Yeah, I played like with 2 slows and like with a lot of pressure. Ay 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 ay. I wanted to. I wouldn't mind losing, obviously. I just didn't get a fight at all. Like he just took my soul. I gotta get something active against Catalan, man. This was too. So somewhere around here. What should I go B5? Maybe C5 and play this position. Wow. Chess.com texted me that they noticed that I forgot the emote only. Okay, I was too excited when I saw Fabi. It's like, oh my god, I forgot about the stream. Yeah, maybe this knight got stuck in a weird way there. Like, I thought to strengthen this d5 square, but then it got stuck the weirdly there. Maybe I should take here. Knight c6. I thought queen d7. What if he goes d5? Oh, come on. I'm not seeing bishop b4 here. There's no way. There is no way I'm looking at like, after d5 anything else other than capturing here. And here I was thinking he's gonna take and then take here, and I'm pinned. So that's why I didn't go for the rook takes. And then this knight is so awkward. Okay, maybe this will be our only chance. We're still down a pawn here, but I don't think this is going to be that easy to convert. Like g6, knight d7, if he goes d5. Yeah. The same game. That was short-lived. Alright. Refocus. We gotta keep trying our best. Okay, Corrales. Let's go. Bishop d3, okay. Let's go! Let's go! Another game actually that against Fidel Corrales. I think I'm down probably 5-0 against this guy. He beats me every single time. I don't know what is happening today. He literally when the pairing came out and I looked at it, I was like, ah, no. Because he beats me all the time. One of those games where he actually got outplayed without making any obvious mistakes. Let's see what happened here. So game started as a Scotch. We played Scotch before. He last time played e5 against me, and I think we continued with queen e7, queen e2 in this main line pretty much of the Scotch. So this time he decided to switch it up a little bit and then surprise me with this c4. I'm not sure what black is exactly supposed to do, but d4 to maintain protected passer here for somewhere down the line in the end game. I thought it makes a lot of sense. The current computer says knight d2 immediately and then knight e4 would probably be correct way to play. Takes here, rook b8 and b3 with the balanced position. He goes bishop f4 and after castle here, let's say I develop the bishop on the long diagonal. Computer already starts to like black just a tiny bit, but nothing substantial so far. Here, pretty standard, bringing the rook on the open file. A3, a5, not to allow white to expand on the queen side with b4. And rook e4 apparently, says computer, was the first inaccuracy. c5 would make more sense with the idea of, I guess, what's the idea of c5? What if I go queen d5 here? Well, then knight f3, apparently now c7 is to lose. Okay, c5 is not an easy move to find, I believe. Knight h5 probably, bishop goes to h2, maybe then I go something like bishop g5 here with the idea of bishop f4. I think still a very unclear game. Let's see if I go bishop f4, knight takes a5. If I go a4, then knight e5. Alright, so rook e2 was the first step towards the wrong direction. After this bishop d6, my knight now comes to f4. Well, we gotta mention actually, it's important to get rid of this bishop. That bishop is pretty much the only active piece in the white's position, and I get rid of it, after which now my knight is gonna land on a very comfortable f4 square. So g3, he had to play g3 to stop knight f4, which now weakens the king. Then I get my bishop on the open diagonal here. I'm threatening to bring the rook on e8, and rook e1 is not a possibility because of f5. I was actually considering f4 here, but thought that I would go queen e6, and now white's kingside pawns are really loose. So with a little time on the clock, actually look at that time difference here. He spent almost a minute on this move king h2 because it is very difficult to find a useful move for white. For example, if he goes queen e6, I was thinking of going f5 here, and now knight will have to go somewhere else. Well, I was looking at knight g5, takes there, and then I take on b2, and if you take here, takes, and now my d pawn becomes the monster. Oops, I was gonna do bishop a4. So he spent a minute here, was not able to figure out what to do, played king h2, and then basically falls for this f4, f5, f4, and the deadly attack to rook f8. I'm threatening, if you play queen e2, I'll take and go rook f2 check. Second rack is unbearable, and if not, then yeah, I take rook f1 next, followed by checkmate on g3. It was a nice game. Okay, I think I gotta tell my student I need little time. I need like maybe, I gotta push my class for maybe like 20 minutes. Okay. He didn't let me do that knight g2 knight. my night dance. I shouldn't have allowed this. Ah! Man, what are you doing, man? Just focus, bro. What are you doing? Very disappointing loss in an important game, considering that we were 7 out of 9 at this point, and with the win, we could have had chances to fight for the top places. Let's see what happened in the game. Game starts as ready opening. By the way, this knight d7 line has been becoming quite popular recently, and I actually have a video on my channel which I'm gonna link to this video, where Razwan Priotu, grandmaster from Canada, played a very nice game at the Olympiad, and that is also the ready game on this channel. And the idea was, after bishop f4, this knight h4, and if you go bishop g4, there is a move h3, bishop h5, and knight g2. By the way, I did get to use this in my game against Mr. Wonderful Time, who is one of the top players online on the chess.com server. And by the way, he also clinched the Olympic medal at the recently finished Olympiad. And that game also happened this day on Tile Tuesday, but the earlier edition. And I'll probably be recording the recap of that game as well. In this particular game, Rasulov, strong grandmaster from Azerbaijan, did not allow giving up that bishop. Looks like he was familiar with the theory here, and then after bishop g2 here goes immediately bishop b4, which puts me in a very tricky situation. And as you saw, I spent quite some time figuring out what to do here, because I realized that after bishop b2, this knight e4 cannot be good for me. I have to give up my bishop, and after f takes e4, black corrects the double pawns and gets a big space advantage. Now my pieces are cramped. Apparently what computer says here the best move is after bishop b4, white should sacrifice the pawn with the short castle, bishop c3, rook b1, bishop takes d4, and then go something like immediate c4 here, or knight f3 first, kick the bishop away, and let's say then go bishop b2, short castle, maybe try even knight h4 here to attack this guy, or what about queen d3? On queen d3 he's gonna have knight to e4, but even after this knight h4, if you go g6 here, look at that, bishop takes e4, d takes e4, or f takes e4, it's the same thing in Denmark. And now the weakness of the dark squares near the black king is decisive, while attacking the bishop on c5 at the same time. So for the future, this is the way to go, but I did not sacrifice the pawn. I go bishop b2. After this I get really cramped, and he actually outplayed me very nicely here with pretty much 3 minutes left on the clock. He had like 2 minutes and a half when we finished the game, which was a little embarrassing and defeating psychologically, but clearly he knew the theory here. He had the idea what to do, and I didn't. And I'm gonna say that towards the end here, rook to c8 was really money move, getting rid of my rook active piece. If I take on b7, he has rook c2, winning my knight next with e3. So very disappointing loss. I did not get any chance whatsoever. We were having a really good Tile Tuesday, and then we got humbled in the round 10. All right, Anna Sargsyan. Let's go c5. Yeah, let's go c5. Let's go dragon. Man, they are tempting me. They are tempting me. I can't say no to this now. Even though I know objectively this is not the best, man. Okay. They are testing me. Okay, now this might actually be good. I think queen e3 is the move. I didn't think king b2 was the move. Thought okay, there's no way this works, does it? How was gonna say, if that queen is gonna, like king is gonna come to b3, I don't know what to say. Yeah, we gotta be winning this somehow, no? Knight here. She fought like a tiger. Bro. That was a very fun title Tuesday. Whew. All the games were actually very close and quite interesting. Oof. No, this last game was also wild actually. And Matt, you were talking about the exchange sacrifices, right? And then my opponent goes for this here. In the dragon, he lives with the knight on c3. I was like, bro, I cannot resist this now. This is like, I know that I've seen and played these positions quite a few times, and computers suggest like go either queen c7, queen b6, or rook c3. I have had this exact position against Wesley So, actually, and in that game I also took rook c3, okay, and then played queen c3. But the correct move here is queen e3. No, actually, apparently no, not queen e3, knight b3, and if you take there, oh wow. I had not seen this. Yeah, but after this I could not resist this, obviously. Here, okay, queen c5 was also precise. Wow, very nice. Queen c5 was also precise to hit the a3 pawn immediately. And the point is, if queen goes to e3, then I have e5. And I win the knight back, and then I can also castle. After I take there, you can't take with the queen because there will be queen a3, and then I'm just gonna go castle. There, okay, apparently bishop takes e4 here would be the strongest. And then if he takes back, knight takes e4. Man, my hand's still shaking. e5, okay, yeah, from here on. Yeah, bishop e4 was good. Man, okay, obviously I was feeling that something's gonna be winning here, but you know when you're looking for, okay, what exactly is gonna be the most precise? Okay, this was, okay, apparently queen a5 was the correct move. Defending the knight, also threatening knight c3. Okay, yeah, queen a5 is clean. Damn, I only got 21st place? Oh no, I got 19th place. 19th. Okay, these are the standings here. I'm gonna pull up the standings. Frederick Suane, Denis Lazovic, Matthias Blubaum, and Fabiano Caruana tied for the first place with 9.5. Then we got 5th to 8th place. The player that beat me, Vugar, Rasulov, and 4 others. Oh wow, Shimanov, the player that I beat. He got 9 points. After losing to me, basically he won every game. Wow. Who is this guy? Ready skate. Hami Reza. And then we got a bunch of people here with 8.5. And then comes 8 points. I'm in a good company. Grishuk, Onishchuk, Makarian Oparin Grigori, who is the Fabiano's coach, Alexei Sarana, and basically a bunch of, yeah, Dubo, Daniel Dubo. Okay, next goal is we gotta take the scalp of 2750 plus. I don't have a win against 2750 plus. Like, I have win against 2700s, like few wins. Actually, I have a win against MVL. So that's probably my highest rated. So MVL is 2750 plus. I guess top 10 scalp. Let's put it that way. Top 10 in the world scalp. I want my next goal is to get the win against top 10 player. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed watching these games. Do let me know what you think about the format of showing the games, like performance, live performance, and then going over the critical moments, whether you think it's actually useful or might be too much and it's not necessary. If you enjoyed the games, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's get it. Peace.